Hey, 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 welcome to the Midlife Makeover Show. And this is for you if you've suddenly gained a lot of weight, especially in your belly, but you haven't changed anything. It's just like one day it just like suddenly appeared in your belly area and you're just like, ugh. So we're going to talk about signs of hormonal imbalances and what you can start doing today. You're going to want to watch this video to start feeling better and looking better and just feel like your old self. So I want you to hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're following this on live or replay, and tell me where you are from. You know us, we are Coach Nirit,
Coach Sarah,
and we are the creators of the Midlife Makeover Program. We have been helping women not feel hungry, eat as much as possible, and get that energy, look and feel their best for over 11 years. Oh my goodness. So if you've suddenly gained weight and you're just like, you haven't changed what you're eating, you haven't changed your movement, it could be several reasons behind this. So if you're feeling frustrated, uncomfortable, or even like you're hating the way you look and feel, you're not alone, first of all. And it's absolutely fixable. I was going to say flexible. It's absolutely fixable. You're in the right place. And we're going to tell you exactly how. So if this has happened to you, give me a heart in the comments if this has ever happened to you or you're experiencing this right now.
yeah, this honestly was me when I hit probably about, I want to say like 36, 37 maybe. The things that had been working for me, my weight had been pretty stable. My fitness had been pretty stable, in between having kids, but it was pretty stable for a while. And then all of a sudden the things that worked for me before just stopped working. And I could see that scale like creeping up, not like drastically, but that steady incline. And I was like, what in the world is going on and what do I do about it? So why is this happening? So number one to think about is hormonal imbalances. So this is not just like your hormones like perimenopause, although that can be part of it, but also think about your stress hormones. So like your cortisol, insulin resistance, your thyroid hormones, and yes, your sex hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. So this can be impacting and leading to weight gain, especially around the belly, right? So if you're noticing that you're gaining weight predominantly in that belly area, not really in other areas of your body, this is definitely something to look at.
So when I was experienced, so you all know my story, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, then I went to early menopause. And a lot of this stuff was, I was so stressed about being hypo and so stressed. I don't know if you've ever been there, super stressed. And that actually raised my cortisol, which actually signals your body to store fat, especially in your belly. So you're already like, you get to that age where your job is more stressful. You have more kids. You have kids. You have
parents my parents. Yeah.
Yeah. You're a caretaker. And so you're not sleeping as much. And when you don't sleep, your hunger hormones increase. Like you ever wake up really early and you're like super hungry. Yeah. So then your food you start to crave junk food. You're craving all the stuff. You're sleeping and your body is holding on to weight.
Yeah. I notice that so much with the sleep. If I don't get enough sleep, I am so hungry the next day, not just in the morning, but all day long. I like can't get on top of my hunger. So that one I know for me is like crucial. The third thing to think about is water retention, right? So if you're seeing the scale go up, especially like overnight, and you're feeling bloated, puffy, swollen, it's probably water weight, right? So the things to look at here is your salt intake, right? And also dehydration. Like, are you drinking enough fluids, right? So things like your digestion too. Are you eating foods that like are good for your belly? So all of these things can impact your water retention. High carb meals, if you're eating a lot of carbs, that can increase your water retention, and also alcohol. And again, lack of sleep, right? So definitely take a look and make sure you are drinking enough water.
The last one, a lot of people don't understand this. This is huge, is metabolic breakdown. So, and this is like so common in women that we work with, is they've been dieting so hard. So eating too little, excessive cardio, and your metabolism is just, it's shit, right? It means your body is just burning fewer calories. You are storing fat. You really need to ignite your metabolism. You need to restore your metabolism. You need to balance your hormones. And so you're like, okay, this is super negative. This is so depressing. What can I do about it? You have the power to do something about it. So we are here at Fit with Nirit. We take a victor mindset, not a victim mindset. We show you exactly what to do, but we're going to give you some free information on what to do. So you might want to take a second to get a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen, write this on your phone and take action, because if you just keep listening and listening and listening and not take action, it does not matter. So I want you to write in the comments, I am an action taker. Ready? Let's go.
Yeah, that is so right, because you can do all the research and you can do all the learning and you can listen to us all day long, but if you don't implement, it's not going to make a difference, just to be honest, right? So number one thing that you can do is you can start with lab work and get the lay of the land. You can go to your doctor and see, do you have any thyroid issues, right? Is your insulin resistance off, right? So see if any of those are impacting so that they can be addressed directly. The second thing you want to do is take a good hard look at your sleep and your stress levels, right? And so this can be counterintuitive because a lot of us feel like, in order to lose the weight, we've got to be doing more. We've got to be moving more. We've got to be doing the cardio. We've got to be doing our workouts, right? But sometimes the answer is doing less and making sure that you're getting enough sleep, that you're getting good quality sleep, that you're having a sleep routine and good sleep hygiene, and then also managing your stress, like being proactive about what is going on in your life. Am I taking time to slow down and to really kind of cope with the stressful things, good or bad? Because stress can be like a scary or a depressing, stressful situation or hard, or it can be good stress. So, yeah, exactly. So really taking a good hard look at that.
To reduce bloating, there's a lot of things that you can do to reduce bloating. We work on that individually with people, but in general, you really want to drink water and make a water goal. So I don't want you to say, oh, I just drink water, like I drink it all day. No, I want you to measure your water. Give yourself a goal and get to half of that goal by noon. So if you're saying I will drink 10 cups of water a day, 5 cups of water, drink it by noon. And water, not like, other things filled with water. Water is the number one nutrient and you need it. It will make your skin look better. It'll give you energy and it will reduce your bloat. Also, you want to eat foods that are going to help you with hydration, right? And you want to cut back on processed foods. That doesn't mean to not have processed foods, because that is not going to be sustainable, but learn how to include these foods as part of your daily lifestyle, right? And that is really hard. A lot of women think that they are eating healthy and they are in fact not eating healthy because they're not being conscious about that. So that is really, really important. Sarah already touched that a lot, but train smarter, not harder. A lot of times we are training, we are doing HIIT training, we are doing cardio training, we are doing things that are good for your heart. I'm not anti-cardio at all, but we really want to do, as we age, we want to reduce our fat, increase our muscle to raise our BMR, right? How our body burns fat, right, at rest. And that is training smarter. That is training for fat loss, reducing our bloat, and that will also not mess with our hunger hormone, which will not make us irritable and hangry, which I get if I don't eat a good amount all the time, right? So that is super, super, super important.
Yeah, and then also you want to make sure that you're eating balanced meals. Sorry, I was going to say food or meals, and it came out mood. Balance your moods too, but balance your meals, right? So you want to be including a protein at every single meal most of the time, right? As often as possible. Make sure you're getting a lean source of protein. If you're not sure what that is, drop protein in the comments here and we can connect with you and help you, talk about that and pursue that a little bit more. You want to be combining that protein with a carb. What did I say?
Protein,
a carb.
Veggie fruit, and carb.
Yeah.
That is Sarah's method: protein, veggie fruit, carb.
Yeah. Yeah, so everybody thinks they need to cut out carbs and they need to limit the carbs. That is not the truth. You want to combine your carbs with a protein source so that you feel really good and you keep your blood sugar stable. You deserve to feel good in your body. This is something I feel very passionately about. You guys know, maybe you don't, I have a long history. I had an eating disorder as a teenager. I had a long history of body dysmorphia, feeling really bad about my body. And this is really, really so important. You want to come from a place of, self-appreciation and loving your body and looking kind of objectively at yourself and what can I do to support my body to treat it well, because it is the only one that you have, right? Like if your car breaks down, you can go get a new car, right? If your body breaks down, this is the only one we get, right? So coming from that place of really wanting to treat your body well so that it can serve you the best that it can.
I see some clients listening here. I'd love for you guys to share how you feel about yourself, about taking care of your body, about hydrating, about keeping from, about your hormonal balances. Our goal really for you is to listen to these trainings. And if you are ready to just, stop listening and take action and you want to eat the most amount of food possible and feel well, the most amount of food possible for you, get a customized plan for you to know exactly how to eat in any situation, right? Not just days you're home, but if you go out to eat, know what to do. Go on vacation. I see Sherry here. She's at Disney half the time. And when we shared her before and after, she looks amazing, right? Not feeling hangry,
I see
irritable,
Katie on too,
upset.
going to the wedding this weekend.
The wedding with her pictures, right? She was so confident in her photos, right? She shared them with everyone. If you are just ready to feel good and confident, I want you to PM us the word satisfied, and we will talk with you and see if we might be a good fit to work together. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you guys soon.